Welcome to Shomach Shov on the Daf. Shir sponsor Lui Nishmas Arbiak V'Sholom Le'Abbas Yitzchok. We're holding in Sanhedrin Daf Peches. The Gemara with base says, Sholchu Misam, descend from Eretz Yisrael. Ezu ben L'Olam Habbah. Who is somebody who's a ben L'Olam Habbah? He's the son. He belongs to L'Olam Habbah. So the Gemara tells us a few simonim. Who's a ben L'Olam Habbah? Anvar son. He's an Anov. Shval Berech. He walks slow. Shaif Ayil Shaif Nafik. He goes in bending, he comes out bending. The Goris Baraisa Tadiro, he always learns Torah. He doesn't feel he deserves anything. Now, first of all, need to understand, what does it mean, Ezu ben L'Olam Habbah? We're going to learn Be'ez Hashem. We're getting to Perek Chelek in 2 days from now. And the Mishnah starts, Kol Yisrael yesh lehem Chelek L'Olam Habbah. Everybody in Am Yisrael has a Chelek L'Olam Habbah. So what does it mean, Ezu ben L'Olam Habbah? So the Mefarshim going in a similar mahalach to explain that there's a difference between a Chelek L'Olam Habbah and a ben L'Olam Habbah. The Teres Chaim explains over here, yes, everybody has Chelek L'Olam Habbah, but there's a whole process to get there. A person needs to go through Gehenim, through the Kever, Chibut HaKever. He's not yet there in L'Olam Habbah. When we're saying Ezu ben L'Olam Habbah, means right now he belongs to L'Olam Habbah. And the way it's brought down in the Sefer Arvei Nachal on Parshas Shlach, he says we know that many times a person needs to come begilgul. He has to, in order to correct the sins they did in his life, he has to come back and be reborn. Every time a person is reborn, there's a new body, there's a new guf. So even though we know the neshama is going to L'Olam Habbah, but we don't know which guf is going to L'Olam Habbah. Maybe this person that we're seeing today, his neshama will get to L'Olam Habbah, but it won't be with this body. The body that he has right now, we don't know which one of the bodies that came begilgul neshamas will be the one coming to L'Olam Habbah. When we say Ezu ben L'Olam Habbah, I mean the person, the way we're seeing him today, who is neshama and his guf together, he's a ben L'Olam Habbah. He's coming to L'Olam Habbah with his neshama and his guf. He has no more gilgulim. And this connects to what the Chofetz Chaim says in the beginning of Maseches Ovis. The Chofetz Chaim speaks about the Mishnah Ezu that Kol Yisrael yesh lehem Chelek L'Olam Habbah. So there the Chofetz Chaim brings in the second explanation that Chelek L'Olam Habbah is like having a field, an undeveloped field. You can take that field and build buildings with it. You can harvest it. You can grow fruits in it. But if it stays empty, so the field has nothing in it. So someone can have Chelek L'Olam Habbah, but if he needs to still develop it. Ben L'Olam Habbah means he has right now a property, a used property in L'Olam Habbah. He has something that he can point out and say, this is my place in L'Olam Habbah that I already developed. And the way that Ben Yoyada says is, Chelek L'Olam Habbah is something that you have a potential, but you're never sure if you'll get it. We know there's a concept that someone else can take the L'Olam Habbah of his friend. Someone can lose his L'Olam Habbah. Ben L'Olam Habbah means he's guaranteed to have L'Olam Habbah. So all first we're going with a similar mahalach that Chelek L'Olam Habbah is some potential, something which is not fully there. Ben L'Olam Habbah means he's currently a citizen, a developed Chelek that he has in L'Olam Habbah. And the Gemara gives us a few simonim. Who's a Ben L'Olam Habbah? So the first 3 simonim have to do with a nova. As the Mashal explains, Anvanason has to do with a das. How does he think about himself? Does he looks at himself as an anav? Shval Berech, that he's bent, refers to how he walks, his body. And Shaif Ali, Shaif Nafik, says the Mashal, is referring to his Ashirus. That even though he's rich, he's not going around feeling too good about himself. And this makes sense that a novel is a condition to L'Olam Habbah, because the only way a person is shach to L'Olam Habbah, to the kirvus elokim that you could have in L'Olam Habbah, is only if a person doesn't have gaiva. Because Baruch Hu, as the Gemara says, hates Baalei gaiva. So to be shach to L'Olam Habbah, you have to have an anav. But what is the last siman? The last siman is Torah Tadira v'lo machzik tivus l'nafshei. What does it mean? Zok the Marashah and the Ben Yoyada. That we talk about somebody who's learning Torah. He doesn't come and feel that because he's learning Torah, he deserves a reward. The Marashah says simple, he's not learning only Kviyas Itim, he's learning much more. And still he doesn't feel he deserves more. And the Ben Yoyada says a few explanations. Either he's learning Torah even in time he has to work, and he still doesn't have time that he deserves it, or he's becoming very smart through the Torah, and he's not going around feeling too good about his wisdom, or he's remembering a lot of Torah, but he doesn't go around the feeling that he has the memory, he knows everything comes from Hashem. And this is very fitting to Ben Olam Haba, because as we Be'ez Hashem learn in Perek Chelek, Olam Hazeh is when you have din. Person works and he says, I deserve this, I deserve that. Olam Haba, part of the idea of Kol Yisrael Chelek L'Olam Habbah, is that Olam Haba is not necessarily dependent din. You're getting much more than what you deserve. So you may say, who is a Ben Olam Haba right now? That in this world, he does things, he has Torah, but he still doesn't feel he deserves anything. So you know he's a Ben Olam Haba. To be Shaykh to Olam Haba, you need to be with the attitude as a novel and no demanding. That's someone who belongs to Olam Haba. We just conclude that this daf is learned on Shushan Purim. And Purim, as Rabbi Seinu explained to us, Purim is a moyed that belongs to Olam Haba. All the moyadim will be cancelled except Purim. And the oimik of it is that Purim is taking a weekday and bringing it to the Pechina of Olam Haba. It's not a Shabbos or a Yom Tov. It's a weekday which is elevated. That's what we're going to be living in Olam Haba. So the one day a year that we are a Ben Olam Haba, that we mamish living Olam Haba, is Purim. Purim is to be a Ben Olam Haba in this world. Anyone who wants to join the Shomachshava email list to WhatsApp, please email shomachshava@gmail.com.